Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. Guys, the episode that we're going to cover today for the bullet points is all about the greatest news we've heard in a long time. The filibuster held. Cinema and Manchin held the line. We're going to talk about all that in depth. It's linked in the description box below. And if you guys like the content that I'm bringing you on a daily basis, I'm always trying to earn that subscription. If that's worth it, hit that subscribe. Make sure you do the notification bell so YouTube is held honest and to account. But now, let's dive into this because this is everything driving towards 2022. Let's get it. So, Senate Democrats failed to change rules on filibuster to pass voting rights. Well, now, you're going to see this all over the place. What they're trying to do is couch voting rights with the filibuster failure and say they were related. They weren't. The fact is, the filibuster failed because they wanted to change the rules and they wouldn't. Manchin and Sinema held the line. So, if you live in Arizona or West Virginia, send them a love note because they really held a line here. But what this means is all the gun control bills. You've got H.R. 8, you've got H.R. 1446. You've got all these bills that the far left gun controllers want to push through. AWBs, magazine bans, round count restrictions. All of these things cannot happen now because we're too close to 2022. This was it. The filibuster held on and did its job. It basically held the leftist in check a little bit. But let's dive in a little bit because this is important how they're couching it, but also celebrate this moment. Senate Republicans blocked Democrats from moving forward on voting rights legislation. See, there's that couching again. And Democrats failed to get 50 votes to change the Senate rules to move forward with the legislation with a simple majority. Okay, so basically that's what Schumer did. They knew they weren't going to get the voting rights, so they said, well, we're going to change these rules and get everyone on record. Well, they got everyone on record and they lost. The Democrats now have a L. The most important L that they were going to take, they took last night. Just to understand how important this is. They will get nothing now, at least from a standpoint of the bigger budget agendas, the bigger ideas and the plans they wanted to do. They don't have anything to sell going into 2022 now. This is a really big deal, but let's go to the next point. The dramatic night started with the Senate first voting on whether to end debate on voting rights legislation, a move that failed to get the 60 votes needed to move the bill forward. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer then brought up a vote on rules change to move the legislation forward with a one-time exemption. Remember that's what they were talking about the whole time? Which was fiercely opposed by Republicans and two members of his own party, Senators Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema. So basically, what he was trying to do was say, hey, this one time, just to get the voting rights bill thing so we can make sure that we can have power because we have nothing going forward. That's what failed. Let's get to the last quote, and then I'll go into a little bit more detail. Democrats' frustration with Manchin and Sinema was apparent, with Senator Bernie Sanders saying after the vote that Manchin and Sinema have, quote, forced us to go through 5 months of discussion, which have gotten absolutely nowhere. Exactly. Good point. Thanks, Boyne. You're right. You nailed it. They spent all their time trying to get far left agenda items through, and they couldn't. That's incredibly important. We talked about that earlier on. They are going to extend too far to the left, and there's going to be a rubber band effect. That's what we're seeing right here. In fact, last night when this actually dropped and came through, me and Jared from Guns and Gadgets, because we're in SHOT Show right now, we were down at a bar having drinks together, and that came through, and it was kind of like one of these. So we're going to see a lot more of this. There's going to be a lot of backlash because this is the last piece of the left had, and they don't have it anymore. That's why I'm covering it. I'm going to bring it to you a little bit more detail as we go forward, but in this moment, live in it, guys. The battle is nowhere over for 2022. We are driving forward hard, and that's what this channel is all about. But where we're at right now, the left just got a real bad bloody eye. And that is what I'm going to bring to you tonight. I'll see you tonight at the 9 p.m. segment. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you later.